Okay, send help. My hair's out of control. Hey friends, my name is Gabrielle and welcome to FrumiousReads. And yeah, I'm rocking the shaggy hipster look today, mostly because I haven't had time to get a haircut. Also, I've been moving stuff around all day, which will be seen in another video. If you can't tell, my shelves are different behind me, so look forward to that. I pre-ordered this book a long time ago when they first announced that it was coming out, and I am super glad to finally say that I have gotten the Hidden Power of Effing Up by the Try Guys, also known as Ned, Eugene, Zach, and Keith. I just blanked on all of their last names, but you can research them. I'm sure that they'll come up. So this is my spoiler-free review of The Hidden Art of Effing Up by the Try Guys. As per usual, when I get a book I'm excited about, I tend to read it in a day, and so I'm really excited to talk to you guys about it and let you know what my thoughts and opinions were. I will be clear right off the bat, though, that if you are not a fan of the Try Guys, or if you aren't at least familiar with them, then this book may not be right for you unless you go and watch them, which I'm going to link some of their videos in the description and in the cards up here so you guys can go and check them out. I promise you won't regret it. They're really funny and hilarious and overall just really great people, as far as I can tell from their presence on the internet. So I'm gonna give my review. My reviews are generally structured into 4 parts. I do kind of like a synopsis, pros, cons, and conclusions, so get ready for that. The Try Guys, some of the zaniest, coolest, and genuinely ridiculous people on the internet. So they are the minds behind a lot of the videos like Keith Eats Everything at blank, or, you know, the Try Guys get their bones cracked. The really popular viral videos with 4 guys who are just trying something random. If you've seen those, you've probably seen these people. Each chapter of this book has a different topic, and then usually one of the guys kind of dedicating a try for that topic, while the other guys kind of reflect on their personal opinions or how this topic has affected their life. What I found interesting was how each of the guys crossed their narratives over each other. But the best way that I could put it into words without having any spoilers is that the way this book was written was almost like the Try Guys were filming a video and literally kind of took a transcript of their videos and then wrote that into the book. There's a lot of dialogue and introspection from each of the guys in general, and I think if you're a fan of if you're an audiobook type person, then this would definitely be a book that you would want to listen to versus read. So here are the pros. First things first, I will say that if you're a fan of the videos and how the content is generally produced, I will say that you will not be disappointed by this book. There's a planned kind of chaos that works into this book, and just honestly that you can see in the Try Guys theme as a whole, and it really works for them. I think being able to carry that style across mediums from a video to a written format makes this book much more enjoyable because it's consistent with the style that we're familiar with. I think that in the Try Guys book, they do a really great job of telling the audience more about themselves and keeping it creative and entertaining, while also still living up to the try portion of their name. Cons. I brought some tea specifically for this moment. So here's the thing about reviewing niche books like this. It's obvious that this book was written for the audience or people similar to the audience that the Try Guys have already reached. So specifically for that audience, I don't think that this book has any cons. There are a few parts that feel a little familiar, like if you're an avid watcher of their videos, then you may recognize some of the stories they're telling you about, but it's not to the point where it's just a rehash of everything we already know about them. Like there's still new information being presented, and even the old information is presented in a much more contextualized way to go with the new information. The only thing I can think of other than that is that if you're not familiar with the Try Guys and you just kind of buy this book randomly off the shelf, or if you're someone who this book was maybe gifted to and you have no idea who these guys are, it may not be as enjoyable of a read for you because it does feel like it has a lot of more inside jokes and behind the scenes type of thing that made its way into the book in order to reach the audience that they already have. But in terms of like matching up to that standard that they hold themselves to of having new and creative and innovative videos and content that is being shown to us, I feel like this book definitely keeps up to that standard. And so from an insider's perspective, like as part of the audience that they were writing to, I personally can't think of any cons other than the little one that I mentioned of some of the content being a little familiar. In conclusion, I think that the Try Guys have written a really great book. I think that they've definitely accomplished the tricky part of crossing over mediums in translating a video connection to a written connection and a printed connection. I just enjoyed reading this book. This book was just an entertaining and fun thing to read. I got it like 2 weeks into my summer break, so it was perfect to read just as like a summer fun read, relaxing piece of entertainment. So if you are a fan of the Try Guys and you haven't read this book yet, I definitely recommend you check it out, whether you buy it, whether you borrow it from the library, whatever way you choose to read it, I recommend you do so because it's really good. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like it, let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you guys are not part of the Goodreads group that I created where we talk about book to movie adaptations, make sure you go ahead and join it. I will leave it linked in the description down below. We're going to be picking a book for the month of July so that we can read the book and watch the movie and compare the two and discuss what was done well and what was maybe done not so well in this adaptation. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I'll have a video announcing what book we're reading in July coming up soon. So subscribe to stay tuned. But for now, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Okay, bye.